Guys, welcome back to Learn with Lisa. Right, firstly, there's a reason my hair looks like this. Secondly, thank you so much for all of your lovely messages after last week's first episode of the, what do we call it? Reincarnation of Learn with Lisa. It was lovely. Anyway, I had a completely different plan this week, but I've been wearing my hair up in a top knot a lot in the past probably 2 weeks. Mainly for ease. And so many of you have messaged me saying, how'd you do that? How'd you get the perfect top knot? I did not even realise I'd achieved what you would consider the perfect top knot, but I thought, well, here you go. Let me show you. This is the perfect place to do it. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Now, for those that don't know, my hair, firstly, it used to be down to my bum, okay? It was well long. And I would always literally just go like this. This would be most days. That is not the tutorial, I promise. This would be my hair most days. And so then about 3 years ago on my birthday, my friend Matt, who's a hairdresser, not just some guy to cut it all off, but he's a hairdresser, said, let's just cut your bloody hair off. So I did, and I had it in this like long bob, which I think you might call a lob, but it was lovely and I really liked it. But recently I've just kind of been growing it out. Oh, hold on a minute. Sorry about that, guys. That was actually our lovely neighbour Maggie. Oh God, it's so hard, isn't it? It's been so cold. And she just came over to give us some cheese, which is always a joy. But because she was just saying that she had a cold and her arthritis has been hurting her so much. And you're like, God, when it is this cold and all the electricity stuff that's going on. I mean, obviously we see her all the time and make sure she's okay, but it's very, very tough for the elderly, particularly when they live on their own, isn't it? Oh dear. Okay, back to now a top knot, which seems very irrelevant. But, okay, so what I was saying, I think, is that I had my hair cut and now I'm just kind of letting it grow and do its thing and just having it trimmed every kind of few months. So I like to wear it down, I like to wear it curly, but this is a really easy thing to do if you want it to look kind of smart and you haven't got much time. Firstly, I take a brush. I know what you're thinking. Wow, Lise, you're actually brushing your hair. I really like these brushes. I think it's by Rehab. I don't know why, it just doesn't like hurt when you brush. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've got quite a lot of psoriasis at the moment. It's from the cold. So just in case you see that on camera, I know about it, thanks. So there you go, right. Brushed, kind of, but it's kind of looking like still frizzy and all over the place, right? But that's not a problem because now I take one of my favourite GHD tools, which is the GHD Glide. Now, you don't have to do this, okay? If you've got straighteners, brilliant, just use them. But this brush is amazing because it literally takes seconds, brush the hair, and you see how it just calms it down, tames it, which I need because I'm lucky enough to have a lot of hair. But isn't that mad, the difference it makes in what, 20 seconds? So I do that on both sides because I find that if I do a top knot without giving it a little bit of TLC, it will just be really frizzy and look messy. So just doing this for a few seconds makes such a difference. I mean, look at that. I just think it makes your hair look healthier as well, doesn't it? Such a brilliant thing. Although wait until you see what they've got coming out on the 1st of Feb. Oh my days. It is like mega. Right, I'm then going to take a little bit of my fave, the Living Proof Vanishing Oil. Again, just to stop the frizziness. Is it weird that I just put it in as well because I really like the smell? Just need a couple of drops, not much. Rub it in my hands and then I put it in the bottom only because actually when you're doing a ponytail and a top knot thing, well, you are going to see this, but it's twisted round, but I think that this makes it look sleeker. Next, scrunchie. This is by Invisibobble, who just celebrated their 10-year birthday actually. But these are really nice. And it's the reason I like using a chunky one rather than like a thin elastic one is I find it just gives it a little bit more volume when you wrap it round, a bit more structure. I'm sounding. If any of my hairdresser friends are watching this, they're going to be like, Lise, what? You can't do your hair. Every time you see us, you ask us to do your hair. I'm like, yeah, I do. Well, it's a great thing about having talented friends. This is the best bit. I went out for lunch on Sunday and my friends were like, have you had some sort of Botox? I was like, no. My hair is just snatched. So get it right up there. Look, it is like that Croydon facelift. Is that what it's called, isn't it? So just kind of get it up. Let's use that brush a little bit. I don't I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but I just kind of like chuck it all in to this ponytail. Do I look 10 years younger? Feel it. So then I'll just tie my Invisibobby bobble. Oh my God, I've like literally, it's like I'm trying to do a fraud Invisibobble brand. Okay, like so quite tight. I also find by using the Invisibobble and it being more of a scrunchie, I don't get a headache when I do it really tight, whereas the elastic ones I find I do sometimes. I'm gonna tighten it a bit. This is the magic, the bits where I think it all comes together, because actually it's quite straightforward, but some people wouldn't think about doing this. And I think one day I just did it and was like, oh, that looks much better than just doing it round like this. So I separate it into two. Let me just try and separate it into two like this. And then I can't really see myself, so I'm hoping I'm gonna do this right. I just twist, no I don't. What do I do? No, I twist it together like this first. Okay, twist, twist. Obviously, like if you've got shorter hair, just do it to the length of your hair. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Not gonna, okay, Lise, you could put extensions in, but anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Twist it round like this, okay? I actually quite sometimes like it, just put a band in there and then leave it. But what I do then is, and I have to look in my phone, because if you do it one way, it doesn't look as good as the other way. I think, let's have a look. I think is it that way? Or is it that way? No, it's that way. So just have a look in the mirror when you're doing it, obviously. And I just kind of twist it round, like so. Let me look. Yeah. Then I take a pin, Kirby grip, whatever you want to call it. Pin it at the back so that it's kind of secured. Then I position it into whatever shape. I quite like it really high, you see. I kind of think it's pretty cool to have it. Maybe that's a bit high, but then I can pull a bit down. But even when you pull a bit down to position it in a different place, because you've done that twist at the beginning, it just looks better. It looks like, oh, I've made a real effort with my hair today, in my opinion. Okay, so look, you see? And then I just take any of these little bits that are hanging out and just clip them. I mean, I find Kirby grips. If I can't find them, I know that I'll find some on the floor, always. Some on my pillow. Some kind of like in the bathroom, I always put them on the side there. They're literally everywhere. I'm sure you're the same. Okay, a couple of more here. Now, I know there's like special ways. Oh, you're going to be saying, watch your teeth. I know there's special ways to hide the grips as well, but I can't remember what they are. So as in like the hairdressers do it and you literally can't even see a peek of them, but I don't mind. Right, okay, so that bit's done. Then I do like to mess it up a little bit. So I pull down some little side bits. Let's do that. I'm not gonna pull down some front bits today. Sometimes I pull down these little front bits as well, but actually I quite like that. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of the GHD Perfect Ending Fix Spray and I'm gonna put it in my hand and just smooth that over. Rather than spraying it on, particularly because I don't feel like I need too much, I just wanna get rid and keep in place any of those little bits. And then, I think I've dropped it on the floor. Where is it? Oh, here. This Charles Worthington Shine Plex Glossing Mist is really good. Who doesn't want shinier hair? And it smells amazing. So I chuck that all over. And that's it. Oh, sorry if I get it all on the camera. But that is it. Like, don't you think that looks like really neat, smart, but also like I've actually made an effort? Slightly artistic, some might say. But in my world, that is the perfect top knot because it just makes it look nice and my face is snatched. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. If you've got any other tips, let me know below. Like if you do your hair in a certain way, let me know. I would love to know because I'm no means a hair expert whatsoever. I'll be back with some makeup tips next week. But for now, thank you for watching Learn with Lisa. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, whatever it is you have to do. And thanks for watching. Bye.